Hi, everybody. Would you believe me if I told you that I had lunch today with a naked mole rat? It's true. Now, before you start thinking that Mrs. Williams has cages set up in her basement with naked mole rats in them, where they're living somewhere on her property, that's not the case. I mean, after all, I really don't think the dogs would go for that, and much worse, I don't think my husband or my children would either. Where did I have lunch with them? Well, I visited them by going to one of our nation's greatest treasures, the National Zoo, which is located in Washington, D.C. Did you know that Washington, D.C., named for our very first president, is our nation's capital? And down there, they have all sorts of tremendous museums and archives and the National Zoo. And if you visit their website, you will learn so many unbelievably wonderful things. For instance, did you know that the bison has a very poor sense of sight? They can't see very well, so they have to rely very heavily on their other senses. Most specifically, their sense of hearing and their sense of smell. Did you know that the word orangutan in Indonesia means person of the forests? And did you know that there is such a thing as a pink-toed tarantula? And it really does have pink toes. It looks like its little toes are painted with nail polish. I learned so much about animals of the world by visiting that site. I learned which ones are endangered and which ones are pretty safe. And after I had lunch with the naked mole rat, I traveled north to Memphis, Tennessee, and I went to the zoo there. And you can too at www.memphiszoo.org. There, you will see a dinosaur exhibit. In fact, you can participate in an online scavenger hunt, or watch elephants feeding, or hippos bathing. Well, that's all I have for you today, boys and girls. I had so much fun eating with those naked mole rats. I think I might even join them tomorrow, and maybe you'll consider joining too. Now, before I sign off, I just want to remind you to be watching the YouTube channel tomorrow, because that's when I will be drawing a name for an autographed copy of One for the Murphys by Linda Mullally Hunt, and also Diary of a Pug by Kayla May. If you haven't entered yet, you have until midnight tonight, Monday, March 30th. I have a pretty healthy bunch that have already signed up. Be sure to get your name in. I'm very excited. See you tomorrow.